Sauce left over?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
All right, folks, I'm back. I had to do a separate video because what happened to me in Julia Brownley's office is untenable. I have never been treated with such disrespect in my life, and I want all of you to call Julia Brownley's office right now. She's a congresswoman for the Ventura area. She is at 202-225-5811. Okay, so one of the first offices I went to was Mark Meadows. He's a congressman for North Carolina. He's the head of the Freedom Caucus, so I had an appointment with his office. It was excellent. We had a great discussion. I was there for half an hour. I talked about immigration, stopping DACA, no amnesty, ending Obamacare. The Freedom Caucus is like totally my heartbeat. It was really exciting. I then went to Steve Knight's office down the street, down the hallway. And I told him, you know, no amnesty, and I don't like the fact that he said to some of my friends, if you touch me again, I'll drop your ass. A congressman talked to some of my friends like that when they confronted him for funding the DAPA and the DACA programs. And he said, stop the funding. So that was that. But then the biggest problem that happened for me, I went to Julia Brownley's office. Julia Brownley, she is in the 26th Congressional District, and this is the staffer's name, that Katie Gillen. Katie Gillen. So this is what happened. So I went into Brownley's office and I spoke to the initial staffer at the desk. And I said, I would like to speak to somebody. I do not like illegal immigration, no amnesty, no DACA. They need to be deported. This lady, Katie, came up to me and she was very rude. She cut me off. She tried to hurry me out of the office. And then she just announced, well, Julia Brownley supports DACA and supports those illegals. And I simply asked a question, why? Then she got really scared all of a sudden. She rushed out of the office and ran to one of the Capitol Police down the hallway. And I'm like, wow, that was so rude. That was so disrespectful. I couldn't believe this. 10 minutes later, 5 Capitol Police agents show up at the office and they detained me.
What?
And one of the police officers said, well, we heard that you said racist remarks. Okay, this is the staffer's name, folks, Katie Gillen. Call the office right now. Call the district office, especially you on the West Coast, especially if you're in the Ventura area. Call the office, 202-225-5811. Slam that office and put them to shame. Katie Gillen is the girl that was lying about me. She said that I said these racist comments. I said, excuse me? What? It isn't racist to expect our borders to be secure. What I did say is that blacks are being killed by illegals.
Which is true.
That is absolutely true. Chanel Temple can tell you all about it. Terry Anderson could talk about it as well. And so she lied to one of the police officers, it's in my folder over there. Could you, I have my red notebook. It's my red notebook. It's just paper and stuff. I'll get the names for you. I'm going to name names. It's in my backpack. It's in my backpack.
He gives the people the finger of shame.
Yes, absolutely. So open up. It's in the larger pocket there. That's okay. You can keep rolling. That's fine. Just keep rolling. It's fine. Let's see if I can find it. I know I've got so much in here. Sorry. We're gonna name names on this, folks, because I mean it. Everybody, start calling Julia Brownley's office, the DC office, 202-225-5811. You can record me over here too. It's fine.
Okay.
So I took a lot of notes. I want to name names of those officers right now. I just gotta find it. It might be in my folder. That's probably where it is right now. And I'll show that to everybody later.
Oh, that's right here.
No, that's not it.
No?
Anyway, it's a red notebook. It's just pieces of paper. There it is. There it is, folks. I took notes. I want this, so I'm going to come back and sit down. This is what you can do, by the way. When you have police who give you a hard time and you think they're out of line, you just say, I want your badge number. I want your name and badge number. You have a right to ask for that. They're not God's on earth. So.
What about if they say no?
Too bad, they have to do it. You have them recorded especially, so.
I want to talk to your supervisor.
Yeah, I want to talk to your boss. Okay, the first guy was Adam Taylor, and his badge number is 3216. He was working there at the Capitol building. This guy said, well, she felt what you said was racist and it was offensive. And I go, no, my saying something is not offensive. Now, they were pushing me to the side. I said, I would like to go to the rest of the offices I have on my list. I says, no, we're going to wait here. We're going to find out what's going on. They actually thought that I had physically threatened her, which is a total lie. Katie Gillen, that's her name, folks. Make sure that you mention and denounce her. She's a bigot. She called me a racist just because I wanted to have secure borders. This is in Julia Brownley's office, folks, and the district isn't as safe as she thinks he is, especially when she thinks it's okay to harass California residents. And so there was the other guy, Chad Hall. His badge number is 1961. But Adam Taylor, so this guy's like, well, she felt offended. I said, I left on my own. And she was extremely rude, and I said, I want to file a complaint. Unfortunately, these staffers, they only work for their congressional rep. That's about as high as it goes. They can keep people or let them go. So our goal is, we want to put this out there worldwide, that staffers in D.C., they work for we the people.
Yes,
and just because a district lies in one coastline or it has a certain group of people only, our tax dollars are paying for those federal buildings for them to have their offices there.
And their staff members.
I was detained for 15 minutes. Standing there, they said, "Oh, you're not arrested." I'm like, "Why am I? This is wrong. I shouldn't be treated like this." And I took Mr. Taylor down a notch. You know, he said, "Give me your ID." And I said, "Am I being arrested here?" And then I said this, Brown versus Texas. I said, "Give me my ID back. I do not have to give you my information. You do not. When a cop, if you're not arrested, you don't have to give him your ID. If they're not doing a Terry stop, you don't have to do it. I said, give me my card back." And then he said, "Well, what's your address?" "I'm not going to tell you that." "What's your Social Security?" "No, I won't tell you." I said, "No." And then he was calling into a supervisor. "He won't tell me anything." "You don't have to." Then the supervisor showed up. They went into the office. They did their investigation on everything. I was just unbelievable. I was so frustrated. I'm in my own country. I'm in my own federal capital, and this is how I get treated going into an office. And I said, I'm allowed to go to any office I want to. I pay for this to be here. I'm a citizen. That's all that I need.
I pay your salary.
Exactly. And here's the thing. Even if you don't, they are your rep, and I'm allowed to be there.
You do pay their salaries.
Yeah.
So federal tax
Absolutely.
money.
Well, let me wrap this up, okay? So what happened was, so finally the supervisor came out. So I didn't give him any money. Then they want to, the police officers, they want to sweet talk you and say nice things. And where do you live? And what do you says? I'm not talking to you. I don't have to talk to you. You do not have to talk to them. You don't have to tell them anything. And I said that. And finally the supervisor, he came out and he says, you're free to go wherever you want to. But I didn't leave it at that. I said to the supervisor, you need to instruct your staff here, your officers. This guy took my ID and he wanted my ID, and I don't have to do that, and that's wrong. And the guy said yes, and then they moved on. So this is Julia Brownley's office. She's the Congresswoman for the 26th District in the Ventura County area. This is the staffer. Her name is Katie Gillen. I want this on full blast. Shame on these staffers. They were bigots. They called me racist. They lied about me to try to chase me out. It's unbelievable.
What's the number? I'm going to call it.
202-225-5811. And if you want to hold there's the email to start letting them have it too.
202, go ahead.
225
5811.
Go ahead and give her the card.
Hold on. Okay.
Is it coming through?
202
Go ahead and put it on speaker.
5811.
Here's the call.
Yes, I wanted to speak with Miss Brown, please.
No.
She's not in the office right now. Is there anything I can assist you with?
Okay, well, maybe I can talk, instead of Miss Brownley, maybe I can talk to Katie Gillen, her office manager.
Also not in right now.
Who am I speaking to? It's only 3:45. Where are you guys all at?
Well, I'm here, and I'm more than happy to take down any statement or remark that you want to make from the Congresswoman.
Yes, I would definitely like to leave that remark. We had a fellow American citizen, Arthur Schaper. He was in there speaking for all of the people from California. We're all out here. And we don't want to transcend and descend on your office building, but we are not happy with how he was treated at all. By the Congresswoman, by her staff, by the DC police. I mean, we are citizens of the United States. We have a right to go into the representatives. That is exactly how our republic was created. To have a citizen, regardless of whether he's passionate, he's emotional, he wants to make sure that everyone is basically on the page of who they're representing. And for him to literally be treated like a criminal?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't think I have all the background information about what transpired.
Okay, so maybe you weren't there.
Details, please?
Sure. sure. It was today. It was this afternoon. He asked Arthur Schaper asked to speak to Congresswoman Julia Brownley. He went in there to express his viewpoint, which is exactly what our republic does. We are a representative government. That means she represents us. That means we pay her salary. That also means that Katie Gillen is paid also by the taxpayer. So that also means the DC police is paid by the taxpayer. He went in there. Put me on.
Wow, put you on hold.
Hi, did you just put me on hold? Because I just got music in my ear.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We just received another call.
So now I'm on speaker, correct? And that's good, because I need everybody to hear what I have to say. So,
Okay.
who's...
May I have your name and where you're calling from?
Yes, I'm in DC, but I'm from California. So, I am speaking to you about my friend Arthur Schaper, I'm sorry, that was also there today.
Okay.
So who is listening to my conversation right now?
It's just me right now, ma'am. I'm sorry. We have a lot of phone calls coming in, and I just needed to...
You bet you will.
The other line.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you will, because we've just now put a blast out on what happened today, and we are not happy as American citizens. Our president, President Trump, you have no idea how much rabid support he has. We love our president. So if you guys are listening to the mainstream media and think that he has some approval number that's below a certain percentage, you are absolutely believing the wrong story. Let me tell you, we love our president. We support what he does, and we want to make sure people like Arthur get his voice said, because he's representing us. We are speaking from California.
Whose phone is this?
And we are making sure that our Congress people in California actually hear our voice.
Okay, got it. And would you like to leave your name and a mailing address or an email address, perhaps?
Yeah, I would love to. Genevieve, Genevieve, and I'll give her my phone number. It's a California number, Beverly Hills, but that's just because that's where I got my phone. 310-595-4180. I would love to speak to her. And I also want her to know we are not for DACA. No amnesty. Illegal is illegal. And treat people that come there, regardless of how passionate they may be about this country, our president, or the issues, treat them with respect, because they're paying your bills.
Yep.
Okay, got it. May I have your last name?
Peters. P as in Paul, E-T-E-R-S. You can look me up.
Okay, got it. And would you like to leave a mailing address?
I just left my phone number. That's the best way to reach me, and that's the quickest. And I'm speaking to who?
This is Philip.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Philip. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
And
Ms. Peters.
please make sure that you note that, because we don't want to have to come there Monday. In fact, we may anyway. And your name is Philip?
Yes.
Yeah, we are still in town Monday, so we may make a separate trip to see that this is remedied when an American citizen comes into your office.
Okay, Ms. Peters.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, now it's my turn.
All right, cool. There you go.
You got lots of
I don't have
hearts.
very good
Huh?
connection.
You got lots of hearts.
Oh, really? Oh.
May I speak to Ms. Julia Brownley, please? May I speak to Ms. Brownley? Oh, sorry. Hello.
Oh,
The mute was
goodness.
on.
Ah.
We'll try this again. 202.
Hold for a minute. Go to the bathroom.
So it's the Brownley's office. How can I help you?
May I speak to Ms. Julia Brownley, please?
No, but I can take her message and pass it along to her. Can I get your name and
Okay, let me start with the next name. May I speak to Katie Gillen, please?
Molly's unavailable at the moment, but I can pass it along.
Okay, well, all right. My name is Arthur Schaper, and I'm the gentleman who visited the office at 9:30 this morning, and I am outraged at how I was treated today. I've been sending messages all over the country about how I was treated in your office. I have never been so disgusted. I was embarrassed. I was even terrified. when I have 5 Capitol Police officers being sent down to an office because I wanted to register my complaint about amnesty and in opposition to a policy. Miss Katie Gillen was the most unprofessional, disgusting, disgraceful staffer I have ever encountered. She lied about me to the police. She lied, claiming that I had made some racist remark. She should be ashamed of herself. I demand her to be terminated immediately from Miss Brownley's office. I will be contacting friends of mine in the district. Do you need to know the story of what happened to me? Do I need to go further?
No, sir. Actually, if you could, do you have the best number we can reach you back at?
Yes, my phone number is 310 793 8647. And
8647.
go ahead and read it back to me, please.
310-793-8647.
Absolutely. I have the badge numbers for the police officers who Miss Gillen lied to. Adam Taylor, badge number 3216, and Chad Hall, 1961. I spoke with the supervisors that, well, I was treated like a criminal in my own capital. There is no excuse for such behavior. Miss Gillen is a bigot. She's the one who played the race card, and that's just shameful. I have friends of all backgrounds. We are all vocal opponents of illegal immigration, and we are allowed to express our views. And for her to try to push me out of an office and then call security on me is just reprehensible. Believe me, I will have more people calling this office within the next hour. You can bet on it. Shame on all of you. I want Katie Gillen fired, and I want a formal apology from Congresswoman Brownley immediately.
Mr. Schaper, can you actually go through the events as you see them to me?
The events as I see them? I'm sorry?
Yeah, can you recount the
Like what happened to me?
happened?
Absolutely.
Yeah, in your point of view.
Absolutely. I went into the office very calmly. I spoke to the staffer. Maybe it was you. I don't know. And I just said, I want to register my opposition to amnesty, illegal immigration, and DACA. I left my business card with the staffer. Miss Gillen came out. She was immediately trying to push me out, it seemed. Hush, you know, like verbally, okay. She was like cutting me off and trying to get me out of the office. I was really like, why are you being so rude? And then she just said to me, well, Miss Brownley supports DACA, and that's it. And I asked why. I asked a question, why? And then Miss Gillen's immediate response was, okay, excuse me for a minute. She rushes out of the office. And I go, that was extremely rude. I didn't get an answer. I walked out of the office calmly. I saw her then run down the hallway to speak to a Capitol Police officer. And I said to her, why are you treating me like this? That's very rude. And then within 2 minutes, there are 5 Capitol Police officers at the door and surrounding me. That is unacceptable. Those police officers could have been protecting other people. Those police officers could have actually been dealing with crimes. I did not commit a crime. I even left of my own free will. I had to assert myself to Officer Adam Taylor and inform him that this man was badgering me to give me his information, you know, and I said, no, I don't have to give you my driver's license. I'm not under arrest. I haven't done anything wrong. Miss Gillen lied to me.
Feel like the officers harassed you in order to...
Yeah, I felt harassed, but most importantly by Miss Gillen. She harassed me. She lied about me. She claimed that I was making racist remarks. I said nasty, bad things about black people. That is a lie. I never said that. What I had said, to the best of my knowledge, was that black people are being killed by illegals. That's not racist. That's a fact. This is outrageous. This kind of behavior, we are going to go to every major editorial board. We're going to go to every major newspaper about this. And Miss Brownley, she better clean this mess up really quick. Miss Gillen, she needs to be terminated. There is no excuse for this conduct. I was able to explain myself very cogently to the 2 police officers, including Chad Hall, badge number 1961. I spoke to their supervisor, and he let me go free. In fact, he showed up, he was calm, and realized, probably sensed that there was a massive overreaction here. It was outrageous. How dare Miss Brownley have such an offensive, and I must say racist, I don't know what else to say, racist scheduler like Miss Gillen. This is outrageous. Absolutely. My email is...
I'll be sure to pass along. Wait, can I get your email?
Yes, here it is. A as in apple, R rabbit, T teacher, H hat, U up, R rabbit, S Sam, C cat, H hat, A apple, P people, E elephant, R rabbit at hotmail.com.
So Arthur Schaper at hotmail.com.
Yeah, it's pronounced Schaper.
Schaper.
Yes.
I apologize, Mr. Schaper.
Yes.
Yes, I'll be sure to take note of your account of the situation and pass it up along to our staff. But wanted to, so please be on the lookout for any correspondence. Okay.
Okay, I certainly will. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
Oh,
Schaper.
thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Take care.
Everybody, I need everybody who's watching this to start calling. I need everybody who's watching, start calling that office, 202-225-5811, and you relate to them the outrage you feel because Arthur was harassed by Katie Gillen. She's the scheduler. This behavior is beyond unacceptable. I just went there to ask a question and to confront this amnesty talk that's going on in Washington. And Ms. Gillen lied about me, claiming that I harassed her and that I have said racist remarks. It's a total lie. Please get this out there. Share this video as much as you can. All right, this will be the closeout. Make sure you can see it, and make sure you can see it. All right, thank you. Go ahead and finish that video. I'm gonna start sharing it right now.
Yeah, he said that his phone was going crazy and he's leaving me at home.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You did